Royal family reporter presses Trump. You promised to apologize to Meghan in front of Queen. President Donald Trump arrived in the United Kingdom on Monday for an official 3-day state visit. The highlight of the trip will be a state banquet with members of the royal family at Buckingham Palace on Monday night. Although Trump has met Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Charles before, he will meet some of the younger members of the royal family at the banquet. Some of the meetings might be a bit awkward. Trump won't meet Meghan Markle, aka the Duchess of Sussex, but he'll meet her husband, Prince Harry. This one could be awkward because of an interview Trump did on Friday. The Duchess was not a supporter of Trump, calling him misogynistic and saying that she might move to Canada if he was elected in a 2016 interview. When told this during an interview with the British newspaper The Sun, Trump said he was unaware of her comments. "I didn't know that," he said. "What can I say? I didn't know that she was nasty." Trump also has made some comments about Kate Middleton, aka the Duchess of Cambridge. In 2012, he blamed the Duchess for nude photos published without her consent. In September 2012, a French magazine published photos of the Duchess sunbathing topless at a secluded villa in Provence with her husband, Prince William. The grainy paparazzi images were taken with a telephoto lens from a public road more than half a mile away from the private residence. The royal couple sued. A French court eventually ruled that the photos were a breach of privacy, and gave the maximum possible fine to the photographers and publishers. That didn't stop Trump from weighing in at the time. Trump has always made it very obvious, sometimes explicitly, that he had a thing for Princess Diana during his appearances on The Howard Stern Show. In an interview on the show January 11, 1993, soon after Diana and Prince Charles had announced their separation, Trump said that he would date her in 10 seconds. "I might write a book about her," he said. "There's something about Lady Di. She's hot." In an interview on November 4, 1997, not even 2 months after the princess was killed in a car crash, Trump bragged that he could have slept with her but would have made her take a medical exam first. "Why do people think it's egotistical of you to say that you've gotten Lady Di, right? You could have gotten her, right? You could have nailed her," Stern said. "Of course," Trump replied. 3 years later, in an appearance on May 18, 2000, he once again talked about the princess. "I tell you what, I think she's magnificent. Lady Di was truly a woman with great beauty. I've seen her a couple of times," he said. "You would have slept with her?" Stern asked. Without even hesitation, Trump said. "She was really beautiful, and people didn't realize that beautiful. She was supermodel beautiful," he said. "She had the height, she had the beauty, she had the skin, the whole thing." President Donald Trump is clarifying some comments he made about Meghan Markle at an earlier time. President Trump arrived in London on Monday morning for a 3-day visit where he met with Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Charles, Camilla, Prince Harry, Prince William, Kate Middleton and other members of the royal family as well as some British politicians. Some agenda items thus far included lunch and tea with the Queen, a fancy state banquet, a visit to Westminster Abbey as well as a press conference with Prime Minister Theresa May, whose term ends on June 7. President Trump also sat down with news anchor Piers Morgan for an interview that will air on June 5 on ITV's Good Morning Britain. Morgan inquired about the nasty comments Trump made about the Duchess of Sussex, which promoted President Trump to clear up his earlier remarks. "They said some of the things that she said and it's actually on tape," he told Morgan. "And I said, well, I didn't know she was nasty. I wasn't referring to she's nasty. I said she was nasty about me. And essentially I didn't know she was nasty about me." When asked by Morgan again about the nasty descriptor, he said, "She was nasty to me. And that's okay for her to be nasty. It's not good for me to be nasty to her and I wasn't." It all goes back to 2016 before the election when Meghan appeared on an episode of The Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore. She called Trump, who was not yet president at that point, divisive and misogynistic. She also said at another point in the interview that she would remain in Canada if he won. Suits is filmed in Toronto. On June 1, British publication The Sun published an interview with President Trump and asked him about her comments. He reportedly said, "I didn't know that. What can I say? I didn't know that she was nasty." One day later, he walked back his comments and tweeted, "I never called Meghan Markle nasty. Made up by the fake news media, and they got caught cold." Will at CNN, at New York Times, and others apologize? Doubt it.